First we have the operations of the machine. This is the on-off switch. Switch the machine on, that will power the machine up. To be able to use the machine in full mode by sealing, shrinking, heating, etc., you need to turn these two functions on. First function is the heaters, turn the heaters on. Second function is you want to turn the fan on. Any time that you wouldn't use the fan would be if you was bagging something and you didn't want to shrink it. So we'll turn the heaters on and the fans on. It's now coming up to temperature. You've got the little LED in there, the red LED means it's heating up. You've got various other operations of the machine, functions. You have the select button here. If I press this select button, the temperature light will flash. You can alter that from 0 to 10, 60 being 60% of its capability basically. You wouldn't really want to be switching it much above 7, 8. You'd be running it too hot. It'd be like riding with your car flat out all the time. So again, press that. Whilst that's flashing you can adjust it. We'll leave it at 6. We'll press the select again. Next one is the seal time. At the moment it's set on 2 seconds because the sealing system is stone cold. Go back to that. It's set on 2 seconds. You can lower that and raise that. Whilst the machine is stone cold, we'll leave it at 2. During the operation of the machine, if you're in a production run, you'll find that you can turn that down probably to about 1.1, 1.2. That saves the life of the sealing system. We scroll through past the sealing time. This is a delay timer. It means basically it would cut and seal and delay by whatever you set it at before it starts shrinking, which gives a better seal integrity. Most people ignore that, don't use it. Scroll through again. This is now your magnet timer. This times how long the hood stays down and shrinks for. Scroll back to it again, the last one. Magnet timer is set at 2 seconds. So if I now switch that back to the beginning, nothing flashing. If I operate the machine, you'll find a little bit of pressure. It'll cut, seal, shrink for 2 seconds and release. It counts the seal time down. Seal time, 2 seconds, then it counts 2 seconds and releases. So you've basically got set at 6 on temperature, it's set on 2 seconds seal time, and it's set on 2 seconds shrink time. If I now introduce some shrink film to the machine, I won't set it up on the machine, it's quite straightforward, same as any other chamber machine. Centre fold towards yourself and run through the perforators. But I'll just run some PVC onto there, and then I'll bring the hood down, a little bit of pressure, it will cut, seal, shrink, and there you have a shrunk piece of film. Obviously the sealing system is stone cold at the moment, so sometimes it might not cut the first few cycles, so it's important you get it warm. And again I'll do another couple in quick succession whilst we're videoing. Now that's cutting much better, and as the sealing system retains heat, you'll find it will cut easier and easier. That means at this point you can start, after 10 or so cycles, you can turn that sealing time down slightly, but you can see that's giving a good shrink. The machine is hot. This machine has had a new set of sealing infills, a new sealing blade. It's had new rubber and Teflon in the upper hood. A couple of bits had a couple of screws missing, so they've been replaced. The spring that takes the hood up on this machine was missing, broken basically. That's been replaced. So the machine is functioning as it should do. Cut, seal, shrink, release. There you go. Don't forget, you can turn your fans off, your heaters off. When you finish with the machine, just switch it off, let it cool down. If the torsion bar does break at any stage, the spring in the back and the hood stays in the down position, lift the hood up and prop it up with something, because as you can see, this one at some stage they've left the hood down. I don't know if you could see that, just in the top of the hood there. It was caught just in time, but the hood was left down and the heat started to rise, and that can damage the hood. Most hoods have always got a bit of a dink in them anyway, because they've got a lot of heat in there. But don't leave the hood down if it should snap. That will, you know, you'll result in needing a new hood. But other than that, the machine is all working fine.